In the top stories, ATM and credit card fraud on the rise. And Barbados Pride bowled out for 274 by Guyana Jaguars. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, February 19, 2016. I'm Natasha Beckles.
Private and public sector leaders, Barbados' best employers, BBE, is back. Organizations, large or small, private or public sector, enter BBE 2016 now. Benefit from an independent staff survey and much more. All interested in improving staff engagement and productivity, here is the catalyst to get you moving. Our theme, Maximising Productivity, Building a Better Barbados. To enter, visit our website or call us at Caribbean Catalyst.
You may want to be more careful the next time you use your credit or debit card at an ATM. Police say more non-nationals are entering the country for the sole purpose of credit card and ATM fraud. The disclosure came on Friday from head of the Police Force's Financial Crimes Unit, Acting Inspector Mark White. He said thieves have been attaching special gadgets, known as skimming devices, to the card insertion slots of ATM machines.
And when unsuspected card holders go to use the ATM machines, they're capturing the information and then they're cloning cards, and then subsequently they'll go to ATMs around the islands and they would be able to access the customer's account and make withdrawals. It is believed that from our investigations that these perpetrators are non-nationals, and we have some footage that also suggests that.
Inspector White urged residents to be more vigilant when they conduct transactions.
We want to advise the members of the public to be extremely vigilant when conducting transactions at automated telling machines. We want you to look for strange devices or gadgets that may be attached to the machines when you're making transactions. And you can do this before you insert your card. Look around, see if there's anything looking strange or funny on the machine before you actually insert your card. We also want to encourage persons who are using these machines to cover the keypads when entering their PIN numbers in the machine, because as investigations show, there's some camera attached to the machines that capture your PIN information. So if you can conceal the number, it would be more difficult for the perpetrators to access your bank information.
Just last week, 3 British nationals and a Barbadian woman were charged with criminal deception involving the alleged use of numerous credit cards to obtain almost $90,000 in luxury items. Minister of Health John Boyce has urged food manufacturers to produce more healthy fare and to be careful how they market their products. He made the plea on Friday during the 3rd Annual Health Funding Summit hosted by the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Mr. Boyce warned of the life-threatening effects that salty and fattening foods were having on Barbadians.
The Ministry of Health would, however, like to call on food manufacturers, supermarkets, restaurants, and food vendors to exercise some measure of social responsibility in marketing their products to the general public, and especially to our impressionable school-age population. There is a need for more concerted efforts to incorporate healthy offerings to the public and make it a greater attempt to make the healthier fare as attractive and palatable as fattening and salty foods, which the majority of us find so appealing.
5 people, including 2 children, are now homeless after an early morning fire at Reese Road, No. 3, Britons Hill, St. Michael. A wooden house was destroyed in the blaze, while another structure, which had a bakery attached, was damaged. The house was occupied by Haldor Brown, her father, husband, and 2 children. Chairman of the St. Michael's South branch of the Democratic Labour Party, Henderson Marshall, visited the scene and said the family would receive assistance with housing, clothing, and cooking utensils. Senator Irene Sandyford Garner has chided Barbadian young women on taking a backseat in the fight for gender equality. Hitting out at what she called a pervasive trend, the island's principal delegate to the Inter-American Commission on Women declared that the struggle must continue until true equality is achieved. She was speaking at the St. Michael's School on Thursday night during a panel discussion to mark Day of Women of the Americas.
The struggle must continue until we reach true equality. And I say that because there is a trend now that is pervasive among younger women especially, and I am not young by any standard. I was born in 1961. I saw the struggle. I saw and I know the struggle. But there are women who we know today who feel that the struggle is over. You get a degree, you get your education, you make a decent salary, and you think that the struggle for women's empowerment and equality is behind you till you get to that place, whether it be politics or the workplace, and you realize you cannot move any further. It is not over.
And staying with gender issues, MP for St. Michael West Central James Paul says the performance of boys in co-ed schools is worrying and young males are finding it increasingly difficult to find their place in society. Delivering the feature address at the St. Leonard's Boys School Speech Day on Friday, he said employers seem more likely to hire women and there is a disproportionate ratio of males to females in offices. Meanwhile, he said women are moving into non-traditional areas like construction. Mr. Paul, a former student of the school, urged the boys to make a difference in the world.
In fact, we all have the benefit of 2020 vision. And you will make a great impact, either positive or negative, simply because you will live longer. Now people like me, you might want, and they might want you to have the opportunity to do more. It is therefore, because of that fact, that I challenge young people, and teachers, and parents, and the wider society, let us choose wisely, and let us not be negative, but be positive. To see how you can make a difference.
In sport, Barbados Pride were bowled out for 274 by defending champions Guyana Jaguars at the close of play on the first day of the 7th round of the Regional Professional Cricket League competition. After Pride won the toss and elected to bat at Kensington Oval on Friday, Kevin Stout ended the day on 56 not out, while Shamar Brooks also made 56. Captain Craig Brathwaite made 40, while Jonathan Carter and Shea Hope contributed 38 and 27 respectively. Fast bowler Keon Joseph was the Jaguars' most successful bowler with 3 for 49 off 16 overs. And finally, a food distribution company has halted shipments of canned green beans after a Utah woman says she found a snake head in a can. Troy Walker says she made the unsettling discovery while she and fellow church members were preparing meals on Wednesday for neighbors. Ms. Walker says she first thought it was a burnt bean until she spotted eyes. She took the snake head and empty can back to the grocery store where she bought the food. Western Family Chief Financial Officer Pete Craven says the food company takes reports of foreign matter in cans seriously and is researching what happened. And that's Nation News for Friday. For more news, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your papers over the weekend or subscribe to our e-paper. Thank you so much for joining us.